Hey everybody. Told you I was going to start coming to you with some of my spooky tales, stories, and legends. And believe me, I got a bunch of them. But this one, from a dear old friend of mine. His name is David. He's a Baptist preacher. He'd been training to be a Baptist preacher since he's probably in the 12th grade over in Texas. Me and him met when we were real little. Been friends since. Well, the backstory to this is he was an assistant minister in Shreveport, Louisiana. And he'd been looking for his own church. Well, in Mississippi, in down south Mississippi, a church came available, sadly. The backstory to that church is, had one preacher. He's died at 91 years old. He's been the only preacher the church ever had. He was there since it was built. He outlived his wife and his kid. He lived in a little room in the back, little 2-room parsonage back there. And he passed away, sadly. So they had to go on a hunt for a minister. They got a hold of David. He said, yeah, I'll come down and see it. He took it. It was a small church. But there was a slight problem. The church had a pretty good amount of money from what I understood from David. And they had to buy a double wide and put across the road up on a hill for him and his family to live in, because unlike the preacher, David was married and had 4 kids. Well, after everybody got moved in and stuff for about 6 months, everybody during the story there, all the old timers were telling him that, hey, you ever seen the lights come on Sunday morning? And David's like, no. And he said, I thought these people just too superstitious. He was just dead set that no, that wasn't happening. Well, he was having a bad night. He couldn't sleep, and it was Sunday morning. So he got up, got him a cup of coffee, went out on the front deck there of this trailer. He's sitting there, and by George, 3 o'clock on the dot, the lights came on. David said, I gotta check this out, he said. He goes, puts on some shoes, gets a flashlight, goes on across the road down there and checks it out. Unlocks it, goes up in there. Nothing. Turns on every light. Nothing. Turns off that light and every other light that he turned on, and went on back to the house, went to bed, got up, got ready for his service. Following Sunday, he said, I'm going to see if there's any truth to this. He says, Raymond, I went out on the deck that morning before 3 o'clock with me a cup of coffee, and I had on some jeans and boots. I was ready to take off. The lights came on. He said, I called 911, got the deputies out there. They brought a canine unit with them. They searched the whole place, and it wasn't that big of a place, he said. It's a small church. Nothing. Turned the light off, went back to the house. That same Sunday, he said he was giving the service, and he said, midway through it, the main door to the church, the front doors, just opened up, and then this closed. Everybody turned and looked. Everybody was yelling, oh, it's the air conditioner, it's the wind, it's this, it's that. And David was like, yeah, I believe you, it's the air conditioner. But that went on for months. And then one morning he said, I'm going to go to the church, I'm going to make peace. He said, I'm going to pray. He goes up in the church before 3 o'clock. And he's sitting there, and he said, all I could think to do was bow my head and pray, Raymond. And I prayed to the Lord, was this right? Is he trying to show me something? What? He said, and then I said a little prayer, and I talked to the old minister. And I asked him, I said, you don't think I'm worthy? Show me a sign. Anything. But if you do think I'm worthy, turn that light off, and then you can go to heaven. Be with the Lord and His Son. See your wife and kid. Trust me, I'll take care of your church. And he said he felt something cold on his shoulder, like somebody just grabbed it with an ice cold hand. He said he jerked, looked all around, nothing. And the only light on was that light that came on back there in the back room. And he said, after the cold hand let off of his shoulder, he said, the light went off. It has never happened again. That church has grown. It's got like 400 or 500 members now. It is a really nice church. I've seen his pictures on Facebook of it. And he's doing good. The church is doing good. And the old minister, he's in heaven with the Lord and his family. And if you like more spooky stories like this, and I've got some that this sounds like something you could tell the preschoolers. First-hand accounts that I've experienced, stuff that friends, first accounts. I mean, I even got some stories from an old Louisiana trapper that when I was a kid, I would sit back and go, what? So I'll be posting a lot more of these here to come. This is Hey Dad at the Hey Dad Show. Make sure to like, subscribe, and share. Get this out there so my channel can grow. And check out some of my shorts. They're kind of funny. And y'all have a good day.